What's up, guys? Wade here, back with Proven Wagers. Super Bowl 60 is officially here. We've got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots, and this is one of those Super Bowls where the betting market is giving us a few really clean angles. So, in this video, I'm going to break down four bets that I really like for Seahawks versus Patriots, including a total, two rushing props, and one of the most FanDuel specials that I found on the board. And real quick, if you want all of my official plays for Super Bowl 60, plus my daily picks across every major sport, make sure you join the free VIP. That link is in the bio and in the pinned comment. Now let's get into it. So right now, Seattle comes into this game as the favorite, and you'll see the spread sitting around Seahawks -4.5 in most places. The total is sitting in the mid 40s, and overall, this matchup has the feeling of a tight, physical defensive battle, which is exactly where the first bet we're going to talk about is the total. All right, the first bet I like in this game is the under 46, and the reasoning is pretty simple. Both of these defenses have been extremely strong, and both teams have also shown stretches where the offense can get bogged down, especially in playoff defense style matchups. Seattle's defense is in particular, has been one of the best units in the league, and they've done a great job limiting opponents and keeping scores low. Meanwhile, New England's offense hasn't exactly been lighting teams up in the postseason either. So when you combine a Seahawks defense that can dominate games, a Patriots offense that's had scoring issues, and the fact that Super Bowls often start slower than expected, this game sets up really well for an under. Because if both teams lean into the run game early, if we get longer drives, punts, field goals, that clock starts moving fast. I think we see something like Seattle 24, Patriots 17 as a final play. So my first bet is the under 46 total points. Now, the second bet I like is a player prop, and it's Drake May over 13.5 yards for his longest rush. This is one of those props that's really valuable because you don't need volume. You don't need six rush attempts. You don't need 40 rush yards. You just need one scramble where he breaks the pocket and gets into open space. And in this matchup, it sets up perfectly because Seattle's defense creates pressure. And when you get pressure, you get broken plays. And when you get broken plays, you get scrambling quarterbacks. So even if May is not running all game, you can still cash this prop on one single play. And if the Patriots are trailing at any point, that actually helps this prop because May will be forced to extend plays and create something with his legs. So bet number two is Drake May over 13.5 yards, longest rush yards. Now, the third bet is another rushing prop, but this one is super low and very realistic. It's Sam Darnold to go over 5.5 rushing yards. This is one of those small number props that can cash in a few different ways because Darnold is the type of quarterback that will scramble if he has space and he can pick up a few yards when plays break down. And 5.5 yards is not asking for much at all. This can hit on one scramble, a couple small pocket escapes, or even one late game run, especially in a Super Bowl where defenses are flying around, coverage is tight, and quarterbacks are forced to improvise. I love this play a lot. So bet number three is Sam Darnold over 5.5 rushing yards. Now the final bet is the FanDuel special, and one that grew on me as I dug into the numbers. It's will the game end in a kneel down, and I say no at plus 126. And the reason I like this is because people assume Super Bowls end in kneel downs way more often than they actually do. But in reality, a lot of Super Bowls come down to late drives, desperation plays, final possessions, and the losing team is still fighting at the end. And if you think about it, kneel downs usually happen when the winning team has the ball, they're ahead, and they can safely run the clock out. But if this game is close and the spread is Seahawks -4.5, then it's very possible we get a final drive situation instead of a kneel down situation. So at plus 126, you're getting plus money on something that's happened more often than people think. So bet number four is no, that game will not end in a kneel down at plus 126 odd over at FanDuel. All right, so here's the full recap. First bet is under 46 total points. Bet number two is Drake May over 13.5 longest rush, -120 odds. Sam Darnold over 5.5 rushing yards at -108 odds. And then the FanDuel special with the game ends in a kneel down with a no at plus 126. And again, if you want my official Super Bowl plays and my daily picks across every sport, make sure you join our VIP services. You can do so free with the link in bio and in the pinned comment. As always, bet responsibly, only wager what you can afford. Let's have a great Super Bowl. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.